I don't know if the sounds were coming through. If you're watching, can you hear me? I don't know if the sounds were coming through. Hang on. If you're watching, can you hear me? I've misplaced something. Hang on. Okay. It was throwing me off a little bit. I had the microphone on the computer, on the TV on. The sound. Anyway, I'll start again. Hi, I'm Joe from Joe's Paradise of Colour. This is part 2 for this spinning tutorial. The first part I tried to do around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I had a lot of technical difficulties with my phone. Died on me. The charger wasn't working. I actually blew it out, burnt it out, my charger. So everything's all recharged and ready to go. I put chapters on the previous video so you can see the actual preparation of the fibre. That's all I pretty much got done in the first video, and this video will be the spinning of the fibre and the the spinning of the yarn. So go have a look at the first one if you'd like to join. I did also put the what you'll need for this yarn if you want to join us in the description of this video as well. But if you're only just joining me now, I am using a 21.5 micron merino in white for my base. I've also chosen 2 silk fibers for glazing, and you will need some silk ribbon or chiffon fabric. Now these are for wrapping beehives and also making little bows in your yarn. You also want to get yourself a auto wrap thread. I'm using a nappy black mulberry silk. You can use anything from silk, wool, nylon, blends, and sparkle if you want to do sparkle, but I would go a cotton with sparkle because it's a bit thicker and you'd be able to see it. You can use ribbon, really thin ribbon if you like ribbon. Cottons, anything of a 4 ply to 2 ply weight can be used as an auto wrap. You want to go an auto wrap that will stand out from your base fibre, and you want to make your base fibre a solid or semi-solid colour, white or anything. Then you'll want to choose complementary colours to go with it for your other embellishments. So let's get into it. You'll be able to watch this video back after the live is complete, and I will put chapters on this as well to make it a little bit easier. So you want to draft it slightly and then tie it onto your lead. It's going to be a very thick yarn, so you want to try keep this section roughly to the weight that you're going to be spinning it at. I am using a Ashford Super Jumbo electric spinning wheel. I will be spinning it with the pedal. How to activate your pedal is to turn it off, put your foot down on the pedal, and then turn it back on, and the bobbin will only spin when you've got your foot down on the pedal. I will adjust my nozzle to the speed that I need, and it will be different for everyone. Some people like it faster, some like it slower, but you do not want it to fall out of your hands, get pulled too tightly out of your hands, and you want it to spin enough to form this twist, so when you do go to ply it later, it's not going to fall apart. Now we're making a double ply slub yarn. So what you want to do is hold it at the front, hold it roughly this length back, pull towards you, and let it run through your hands, and continue. Before you get too far ahead, you're going to have to add your auto wrap. So get yourself a bucket, if you've got a cone. Put it inside the bucket. Oh, why is that happening? That's why. I pulled on it. There we go. This is going to run freely, do whatever it wants, and it will stay near the orifice. So you want to open up the center of your fiber, and then get the end of your auto wrap thread and put it down the center, really close to the top. And then you want to spin a little thin section first and have that fiber wrap around the top of your auto wrap. So fasten it in. Just a little bit, and then you're going to grab your auto wrap and put it above your finger, raise your hand, and this is going to go all the way down to your orifice and stay there. I'm going to make another slub. Like so. You can put as many slubs as you like in your yarn. You can do little ones and bigger ones. Just make sure that your auto wrap is staying at the front of the orifice and not getting sucked in with the yarn. You can have long, thin sections, or you can have really fat, chunky slubs all the way through. That is up to you. Hi Mum, thank you for joining me. Hopefully this one goes a lot better. So I'm going to add some of my glazing. I'm going to add it to the... I'm all tangled up now. I need to... Alright, I want to open that up slightly, because you want the tippy tip of this silk to catch onto your fibre, onto your yarn, and then glaze it so it's really thin over the top of it. So I start from the top, and you can coax it with your finger so you don't lose it all. It's a bit hand-eye coordination, so if you're new to spinning, I would probably recommend just adding them to the puff instead of glazing over the top, because it's a lot of... You've got to have good hand-eye coordination or you'll lose it. Too much information going to your brain if you're a brand new spinner. Mine are going to be a bit open in some sections. I think it's because the age of my fibre and the quality of it isn't the best. Okay, I'm going to add some silk ribbon. I'm going to attempt to wrap it around a slub. Now this is a very tricky technique, so if you're a beginner, I would recommend just tying them onto your yarn and making bows. If you're advanced, make sure you have a bit of a point on one end, and then you want to try tuck that point into the center of your slub. This is very tricky and sometimes I cannot get it. Using chiffon is a lot easier than using silk ribbon. So you just want it to catch and then form your slub. What happened? Oh, fuck this. Sorry. Language. I'm going to put you on to be right back screen for a minute. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with my phone today. One of my programs shut down. I'm not having a good run. I'm just going to move this camera out of the way for a minute. It's in the road. I can't read the writing, the comments. Where's your fluffy coffee and those, what are they called? What are those buns called? With the pink icing. So you just want to wrap it around that, and then you want to twist the bottom to make a point, and then you want your yarn to wrap around the bottom of the point so it doesn't unravel. Yeah, finger buns. The amount of finger buns that I had to eat that day to get that scene right. Crazy. This is not the best fibre. It's got a lot of VM in it, grass, and it's been sitting for a little while. But once you wash it, it turns into a pretty yarn. So it's up to you how often you add your embellishments. You could have lots and lots of embellishment all the way through, or you could space it out a bit. Now, I should have been adding my black quite a lot, but I got a little distracted with these technical difficulties. So you put your finger underneath your yarn to secure it into place. You continue, and you just want it to go thinly over the top. Makes a nice texture. That one I do not like. It had a really uneven finish to it. This is turning out to be so pretty. I'm going to add a bow. You can have your bows big, or you can have your bows tiny. But you want to put the fabric underneath, and all you do is tie it on over the top of your yarn, like so, and tie a knot. And I will trim it. Because I want little tiny bows. Like so. That section is quite thin, but it's okay, because once you double ply it, it's all going to puff up again. And the same thing with the glazing. Fasten it with your finger. And continue. I might put these over this side. So you make a point on one end so it's easy to get it caught in the inside of your fibre. And then you wrap it. I like to open it up. Make your slub and wrap it around, around your slub. Sometimes I lose it. When you get to the end of your fabric, you fold the end so it's a point, and you put it down the center of your yarn, your fibre, and have it wrap around it to fasten it in. I'm going to add some black. That's a bit thick up there, but I think it'll look pretty cool once it's finished. I'm going to add a little bow. I'm going to cut these bows in half. So if you're a beginner, remember to add a bow for every wrapped slub that I do. That's just the easiest way for you to add some bling to your yarn. And then when you get a little bit more confident and hand-eye coordination's good, then you can start trying to make the wrapped beehives. I keep pulling off neps because I don't like them. Adding some more purple. Oh, almost lost that one. Gonna add a bow. Hand-eye coordination. There could be little butterflies. I will do a purple, and then I will do an auto. I will do another wrapped slub. If you're just joining, I've got all the description of what you'll need for this yarn in the descriptions. Sorry, I got silk up my nose. And I did a live earlier this afternoon, which I only got the preparation of the fibre and fibre talk done before I had started having technical issues with my devices. So feel free to watch that if you want to get an idea on what you can use and how to prep your fibre and your bits and bobs for this yarn. If you open up your if you open up your fabric, you will get more coverage, covering that fibre. Thank you. This is a very popular yarn. They normally sell really fast. got so much silk up my nose. I'm not even halfway yet. And it's going on 40 minutes. I can film for as long as I like with this new program. So it'll depend on how long you guys want to watch me tonight. I could probably go for 2.5 hours, and then if there's more to do, I'm stuck. If there's more to do, like plying, I will do up another video on Saturday to finish it. I was hoping to get this finished today, but it really depends on the quality of my streaming. If I have any more mishaps with my technology. And if this yarn actually doesn't take that long. It's bubbling. I don't like it when it bobbles. It can fall apart when you do your beehives and stuff. Okay. Black. Over twist will come out with when you go to ply it. That didn't go how I wanted. It didn't open up for me. Almost lost it. Yeah, there's a lot of neps and stuff on this one. Don't like it. Go over there. Let's throw it over there. So what do you think about live, me showing the making yarn in real time? You can see all my flaws. I can't cut them out. You see all my bloopers. Ah, no, I didn't get it. It fell out. Wrap it up. Get in there. I'm going to add another bow or butterfly. If you're new and you enjoy watching people spin, I have many tutorials on my channel and teaching you lots of different techniques. Oh God, I can't tie this knot. There are many techniques on the channel if you're after something specific. I teach a lot of beading with yarn, dyeing, fibre and yarn, weaving, and a few other things. But this is new to the channel, me doing live tutorials. So I hope you enjoy it. Nice. I bet you're pleased with that, Mum. I love the colors in this fabric. So many pretty colors. Get in there. This is a very tricky yarn to make, but the end result is just so pretty. It's so worth it. You use this yarn in weaving mostly. You can make some pretty funky looking hats and beanies with it. You can add it to add texture to your garments. Wall hangings. The tri-loom weaving, tapestry weaving, felting, etc. I think I've got some silk in my eye. Silk is flying around this room. That's why I don't have a coffee at the moment. Nice. Is it pretty pink? Is it pretty pink? I buy all my silk ribbon from Plumfish. She has an Etsy shop, and she's also Australian. She has a lot of, like, a pretty large range to choose from. Yeah, I got silk in my eye. I'm about halfway now. You want to be able to tuck that tip of that fabric in the center so it doesn't fall out. And then tuck it back in down the center of the yarn again to finish it. Otherwise, when you go to ply it, it's going to fall apart on you. It's a bit chunky piece. I don't think I separated that one. Properly. Oh, come off it. Come off. These are very thin ones. So when you get a thin piece like that, you just add another piece to it. Another small skinny piece. This is gonna be uneven. I have so much fibre on the ground. Just needs a little pre-draft. That is way thicker than glazing, but I just pretty much want to glaze with the purple and add solid black silks in some sections. I am seeing the bottom of my basket, which is good. I think I've only got 3 strips of fibre left. I keep discarding so much, but that's all felted bits from being in the bag for too long. Oh, I see some pretty pink. Some pretty pink. Uh-oh, it's a bit thin there. Just twist it around the bottom. You can rub it in between your fingers to felt it a bit, to fasten it. Ooh, okay. So that's a bit open. So you can just pull it up. Hold the twist. Hold the slub. And run it down to your fingers. Otherwise it would have fallen apart when I go to ply it. Sorry, I'm just concentrating because this end bit seems to be a bit dirty. But this is my last piece. Woo! Last piece, and I'm on to 74 minutes. So we should be able to ply this as well tonight. Plying is so fast compared to making the structure of the yarn. And add another piece of I'm getting tired. Of the silk ribbon for the slub. Oh no. Did it again. I've been making the bottoms of those a little bit too skinny. We're doing it every week if you're up to it. Every Friday. If you're busy this week, let me know and we'll do it next week. Hello. How are you, Snoppy? Very fiddly hand-eye coordination. And I'm getting a bit tired. So I'm starting to make mistakes. But this is the last section. Woo! Now to finish it, you want your auto wrap to run all the way down to your fingers. So you drop it until it's down to your fingers, like so, and then you cut the end. And this is not a super coil, so you can just tie a knot on the end to fasten it. You can rub it in between your hands also to felt the end, like so. That auto wrap down the bottom will get tighter when you go to ply it. So I'm going to take it off now and ball it up. So you put it into the Z, so it goes anti-clockwise. Turn it down. And start wrapping it around your hand. If you have another bobbin, just take your bobbin off, put it in your lazy Kate, put your new bobbin on. I don't, so I've got to ball it. Put my knee there. This is so pretty. So very, very pretty. Exactly what I wanted. And you don't have to double ply this if you don't want, because it is already auto wrapped. It's a good single ply kind of yarn. Also, if you want to use it for crochet or weaving. But just check your tension first. I will discard all that past the auto wrap. So I'll cut that. And tie a knot. And then I have this absolutely stunning art yarn. Now I will ply this, but if you find that yours doesn't have a lot of twist, you can keep it as a single. It is up to you. I have a admirers group on my Facebook page. You can go and join that and share your photos of all the yarns that you've made with me, because I would love to see what everyone's creations are. It keeps me going, lets me know that I'm appreciated and that my tutorials help. So now I'm going to put this in my basket. And then I'm going to discard the end, and I'm going to get rid of the auto wrap, and this is going to replace where I put my auto wrap, in between my legs. Thank you. I've only spun one ball in this tutorial. What am I going to use? I'm probably going to use a white silk this time for my plying thread. Probably not that one. I could even use, no. It's got to be a slippery one. I am going to use a 4-ply merino sock yarn for my plying, because it is slippery and strong, and when forming the beehives you need to have it not catch your yarn that you've just spun. Oh no, throw it away. I don't have enough on those ones. Maybe that one. Plying's naughty. Kate. Sorry. Got to use my cone Kate. If you don't have a cone Kate, you can make them out of an old overlocker and a piece of wood. They are fantastic for fitting these big things on. And you can ply with 4 different strands quite easily. You can add sparkle to your plying thread with strength. Mind the cleavage. So I got a lot of leftovers from that, so I have plenty to make some more later on. Still got that much. Hi Leslie. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all enjoying it. I might actually put that beside me because it's going to get on the road. Put it beside me. In that little corner there. Actually, that's going to get in my road. I'm just going to put it in my bucket again, like so. So, I am going to ply this with a 4-ply merino yarn, sock yarn. You can use cotton as well if it's slippery because you're making beehives. But if you're not going to make the beehives and you're just going to keep it all slubby, you can use anything with texture as well. You just tie them together at the end. You want to go anti-clockwise. And you want it to freely wrap itself. If it's going to get caught like it is, stopping and you turn it up. See how it's not really wrapping? So I turn it up even more. So I'll get those really fat, chunky bubbles. Like so. Gets a bit easier once you get past the top. Alright, coming up to one of these wrapped slubs. This is going to be the first beehive. So you want to hold it on that angle and then have it wrap around, and it's going to be very hard to wrap, and then you push it up away from you. Then to fasten that so it doesn't come apart, you grab your plying thread, you pull it up, and you want to wrap the 4 coils at the bottom of your beehive. Go up and then go back down, and that's fasten that beehive in place. And you continue. When you get onto your bows, make sure that your plying thread goes underneath and around your bow, around the knot, and then continue. I'm going to make that into a beehive, so push it up. This is up to you on what you want to make your beehives. If you want to just keep your beehives to the fabric, or if you want to add it with the silk as well. That is up to you. Your creation. There's going to be another beehive. So these are hard to get the twist. So just take your time. That is going to be a beehive. I love the texture in the glazing of the silk in a beehive. Yes, the bows do look like butterflies, so you can choose if you want them to be bows or butterflies. Like I said, you can lift it and ply underneath it so it wraps around your knot, so you don't get your bow caught up. This one's going to be another one. Push it up, wrap the bottom, and back down. Another one. You put your yarn to the side, you get the texture of bigger bubbles. Another one. Can be a bit tricky to start these, because there's so much going on. Oh, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. You don't have to worry too much about tension and like the over twist on a electric spinning wheel. But if you're going to make it on a normal wheel, it can be a bit easy to get an over twist. But normally the over twist comes out when you ply it. So don't freak out if your single has a lot of over twist. Also, a auto wrap will also sort out an over twist as well. And it also helps with keeping a single together. On the Ashford electric wheel, I set my tension to the lowest, like the smallest groove at the back. It helps. It helps with it not pulling out of your hand when you're spinning. I used to destroy a lot of art yarns trying to get the tension right until I found out that. This is the quickest part, is plying. Drive band, not tension. That sounds stupid. I said tension for the thing at the back. It's actually the drive band. So what's everyone up to tonight? Come on, wrap around it. This is so pretty. My back is starting to hurt. I think it was starting to hurt ages ago. That pretty pink one. Yeah. Okay, so I was right about the tension. It's all good then. I didn't know if it just sounded silly or if I was just getting tired. Save it. The little butterfly. I'm trying to read comments and not lose my twist. Come on, wrap it. I'm getting to the end. This is where it will start unraveling on me if I'm not careful. Now I will do my little trick to fastening this. So I don't lose anything. So what you want to do is at the end of the last slub, wrap the bottom a couple times and then run it down, wrap again, run it up to where you originally wrapped it, wrap it down, and then cut it and tie a knot at the end of the wrap section, like so. And that's the same thing that I do with my super coils, so I don't lose it. I don't lose the twist. So then you let it go. Let it go. And it will puff up at the end, and you're not going to lose it. Like so. And then when you're done, when it's all skeined up, you're going to steam it, not put it in a wet wash, because all this beautiful fluffiness will get all condensed and felted and look gross, and what you originally actually went for is lost. So I will steam it and then let it dry on towels on the kitchen table, and all these twists will tighten. They'll tighten and they will fluff up about twice the size, and it's so pretty. So now I'm going to probably skein it, but I want to keep it in a big one. I want to keep it a big yarn. And the only one I've got that keeps it a reasonable size so everyone can use it to ball it up is attached to my Major Craft Rose. So not this one will be up for sale on my Etsy shop. So I could pan you down as I skein it up if you want. But I'd like to have it skeined so I can show you all the pretties, what it looks like. It's pretty quick to skein them up. I'm glad I got this yarn finished before 2 hours. Or was it 2 hours? I don't know, I'm tired. It's sort of in the wrong Got to move things around. I'm going to pan you down to where I'm got my skeiner. It's heavy. She's a heavy thing. Apologies for moving yous. I won't need to do that. Apologies. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible without me losing it. So I gotta get it in line with the wheel. Tension's very nice. It's not over twisted or anything. Very beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make this one tonight. If you did enjoy this, please leave some comments in the comment section as well. Thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not, because it does help. And make sure, if you did join me and make something like this yourself, to share the yarns in my admirers group on Facebook. or you can tag me on Instagram, whatever suits you. But this is so pretty. I will have this up in the shop probably next week after I steam it. I may have to make some more. It's a great yarn to make if you've got a lot of white fibre, or you've got a lot of solid coloured fibres and you're not sure what to make with them. This is what I do. So yeah, love it. So I'm going to leave it at that now. So thank you so very much to everyone that has joined me, even the ones that haven't talked tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If Mum is up to it, we will do another one of our Mum and Me Creates for our Under the Sea slow stitching tomorrow. Probably between either 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or a little bit later. It depends on how we go. So yes, thank you. I had fun tonight and finally got it done. I will take pictures and put it up on the community posts for everyone to see. Alrighty. Bye for now.